of this dream. What a fool to dream of you and...
What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are well out there, and a special shout out to my Jaretones. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm going to tell you who I am right now. I am Jaren. I am a voice teacher, speech trainer, and the founder and owner of this illustrious studio, the Jaren M. Laguerre Studio. Y'all, I am beyond happy for this artist, this girl. Oh my goodness. In my brain, she is like my friend, for real, okay? And I am so happy to see her success and to see her blossom and everything she's doing. Oh my gosh. Like when I was watching the awards last night, I waited for this award. I specifically watched the awards specifically for this award because I wanted to see, you know, her at least in the category and kind of see her in the audience and everything. And when they said her name, I screamed so loud in my home. It was crazy. And then I started crying. like I started crying. I was just so happy for her. I've been a fan of hers since before the pandemic. Like I remember somebody tagged me one of her videos like 3-4 years ago, and I analyzed when I first started doing analyzation videos on Instagram. I analyzed her video and we kind of followed each other, and ever since we kind of connected. And I don't think she was at 10,000 followers then. And now to see her win Best New Artist for the Grammys, it just speaks of her talent and just her as a person. Like she's just such a wonderful person and such a special gift to this world. And so I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I also watched her Grammys to see if there's anything I wanted to talk about. As soon as I saw this performance, I said, oh, I must do this video. And now I must do the video times 10 because she won Best New Artist and she won, I think, Best Jazz Album too for the Grammys. I mean, she is just killing it, and I love seeing that, and I love seeing her just be happy. And the girl could blow, okay? Let's just be clear, the girl can blow. So like I said, I'm kind of looking a little rough today, but I wasn't planning on recording today. I have a lot of meetings and stuff I got to go to today, but I was like, you know, I have to do this video because I just wanted to talk about this wonderful talent of an artist. So as I always warn you, I'm going to start and stop a lot in this video. So if you don't like starting and stopping and talking about things as they happen, then just cut it off and go to another video, or click the link below and watch the video in full without me talking. But if you don't mind that kind of stuff, you like stopping and starting to talk about things as they happen in a moment, then stick around because this is a channel and the video for you. So y'all, let's get into this wonderful performance. Here is a voice analysis of Samara Joy singing Can't Get Out of This Mood at the 65th Grammy Awards.
It is such a pleasure to be here with you all this afternoon. My very first Grammys. On drums, give it up for Evan Sherman. On bass, Mikey Migliori. On piano, Luther Allison. And without further ado, this song perfectly describes how I feel seeing all of your beautiful faces.
The fact that she introduced the band is just so cool to me. I just wanted to point that out, that she introduced the band and kind of just talked a little bit. It just sets such a cool mood, and it was such a nice moment to share that moment with her band.
Can't get out of this mood. Can't get over this feeling.
Can't get over this feeling. So she kind of does a lot of puckering. Can't get over this feeling. And then she sung to that end consonant on feelin. She didn't say feeling. She said feelin. Feeling. And she almost does these little tiny vocal trills and these little flips while she sings melodies and things like that. And it is such a cool way to execute this type of music. It's so poised and sophisticated, you know?
Can't get out of this mood. Last night your lips were too appealing.
Peeling, yeah. So she opened up that N consonant on the peeling. She didn't say appealing, appealing, and opened up that N consonant right there to like a neutral vowel or like a open vowel, if you will.
The thrill should have been all gone by today in the usual way, but it's only your arms I'm out of. I'm out of. So she really keeps a more lower laryngeal position, I feel like, and she really keeps that throat open, almost like a smile in the throat. I'm out of. Almost like a yawn in the throat, if you will. You know how you kind of yawn? You kind of feel everything kind of open up? It's kind of like she sings there. Arms I'm out of. You see what I'm saying? Oh. That coupled with the lower larynx position really makes a warm, lush sound with depth.
Versus that's how I was singing. Arms I'm out of. That's how I sing.
But she really kind of keeps it open and wide down there and it keeps it very warm.
Can't get out of this dream. What a fool to dream of you.
Can. So they had an aspirate texture to it, airy texture. Can. On that beginning of that phrase right there.
Wasn't part of my scheme.
Wasn't part of my, that little glissando with the breathiness. Wasn't part of my. It was very slight, but it was that breathy glissando, that breathy slide, that breathy upwards throw, ascending throw. That was just so nice. It was just so poised. It's just so poised and just so musical.
Tell you that I love you, but I'm saying it and I'm playing it dumb. Can't get out of this mood.
She did it again. Can't get out. Ooh, that is just so good to me. And if you notice, a lot of times her consonants are warm too. I always talk about this when I talk about her. Her consonants almost have a warmth or a depth to it. It's not can't get out of this mood. It's can't get out of this mood. So it's almost like she uses her lips and articulatory muscles to really warm up even the consonants. So everything is very warm and it has that dreamy feeling. Can't get out of this mood. Can't get over this feeling. Can't get out of this mood. Instead of can't get out of this mood. You see how when I change my articulation a little bit, it's a little bit more strident, but she has a lot more depth in her articulation. Even in the friction of the consonants, the friction of the articulatory sounds of phonemes, there's depth to it.
Heartbreak, here I come.
Heartbreak, here I come. So that come had a little bit more beefiness in the belt, if you were, or in the chest voice. Here I come. So we will call that a cricoid tilt, or like the cricoid is playing a role in the beefiness because it's moving and tilting forward to get that beefiness in the sound right there, okay?
Can't get out of this mood. Can't get over this feeling.
Now she's booting up a little bit more here. Can't get out of this feeling. Okay, she's booting up more and getting a little bit more thicker and chestier in the sound, okay? And even when she says mood, it's mood. She kind of chews her vowels. Can't get out of this mood. It's not really mood. It's mood. So like the D almost becomes super lessened and/or omitted, and it's kind of taken over by a neutralized nasal sound sometimes with the D. Mood. Something like that. She does something like that, yeah.
Can't get out of this mood. Last night your lips were too appealing. The thrill, it should have been all gone by today.
Day. Those are the little trills I'm talking about. Day. It's almost like a vocal emphasis or a vocal re-emphasis of certain notes. Day.
In the usual way. But it's only arms I'm out of.
That was a nice key change. And she's open now. She was kind of warm and puckered, but now arms I'm out of. Her vowels are way more open and brighter. Though she still has a depth, her articulation is a little bit brighter. You can see her kind of tilting up and leaning back just a little bit. I bet she's really engaging those supportive breathing muscles and supportive muscles in the neck and things like that to really anchor in and sing these higher notes that she modulates up in that chestier, thicker sound that she has right here.
Get out of this dream. What a fool to dream of you.
That little da 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 da, whatever the notes were, that is musical. That is very musical, and the execution was excellent. And she kind of went from like a she kind of went from like a more lower laryngeal kind of open to a little bit less lower laryngeal and kind of a little bit more narrowed but still open in the same. It was, her texture is just amazing. How she moves to her voice like this, it's just amazing.
'Twasn't part of my scheme to sigh and tell you that I love
intervals she picked when she went to the head voice, kind of thin fold right there. That stuff, like, that stuff takes an ear. That stuff takes an ear to pick those intervals, to play with the vocal line like that. I mean, it's very Ella. You know, how jazz artists and people like Samara can really play with the vocal line and really play with the musicality. It just speaks of her wit, and it speaks of how smart she is as a singer, musically, theory-wise. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying it, and I'm playing it down.
And I'm playing. She had a little glottal onset there. It was very precise.
Can't get out of this mood. Can't get out of this mood.
Can't. Ooh, that aspirate slide is just so genius to me. I would have never thought to do that. Can't. Ooh, that is so good.
Can't get out of this mood. Heartbreak.
Come. Control. She went from that beefy drive to the end of the song, that she said, here I come. And with like a breathy thin fold. I mean, that was such a quick move. You can tell she thought this out so detailed. She had this map down pat. And even if she didn't, she's a very smart singer. Whichever way she did it, she's a smart singer no matter how she did it. She's a smart singer, period. Just musical wit. So she went into that head voice, kind of thin fold, yeah, with a little dome, yeah, shape, kind of an opera dome shape. Yeah, but she kind of kept the vowel bright with the spread and the tongue. Yeah, yeah. Did you hear that chromaticism? Wow. Ooh, yeah. That vocal emphasis again, I talk about all the time. She's punching that note. This is almost like a sort of scat singing, if you will, without the syllables, if you will. So it's not so much like, but she's almost emulating the moves of an instrument without the phonatory consonants, I should say. It's almost just using her voice literally as an instrument instead of adding consonants and kind of syllables in there. I see what you're doing there, Samara. You see that? Here. So she did here and then puckered on here. So it's brighter than here. Here. And then here. Instead of here. 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 So the R kind of omitted slash kind of manipulated to a yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't.
If you enjoyed this analysis, click subscribe down below and click the alert button next to it so you know when the next video is posted. And as I will always continue to say to you, be vocally bold, creative, and aware, but most of all, be vocally you. All right, y'all, I love you, and I will see y'all soon.